Hey friends, today we will learn about a new topic on Google Admin Console. So for that I need to log in with my admin account on Google Admin Console or gmail.com. Currently I have logged in with my account, that is amit.gupta at infoalias.com. You can see this account is logged in over here. Now even you can check with this tab as well. This is the official account. Now we will go on the admin tab inside the Google Workspace applications, and this is the icon which is used for the Google Admin Console. Now I have just logged in on Google Admin Console, and I can see there are the various tabs are available over here. So in these all tabs we will just click on the reports, because currently we will learn about reporting, and this is really a critical part of Google Admin Console, and this is very important for Google administrator who is managing Google Admin Console. So I can see there are the various tabs are available inside the reports. First is the highlights. In the highlights you can see this is the highlights tab where a critical part is there, and now we will move on the reports. Inside the reports, once I click on the reports, there are the various other tabs just expanded over here, and we will see one by one all tabs and what are the uses of these all tabs. So first we will see about the apps reports. So if you will go on the apps reports, so this apps reports is divided into three parts. First is the accounts, second is the Gmail, and third is the currents. So first we will see about the accounts. In the accounts tab, you can see how many users are enforced or enrolled with the two-step verifications and how many users are locked or unlocked. This all reporting can be downloaded from here. Even you can uncheck any of the part inside the accounts reporting, that is enrolled. Enrolled is the part of two-step verification enrollment, and not enrolled, I mean the users who are not enrolled with the two-step verifications. If you want to uncheck this all and only you want to download or see the reports which are not enrolled, so you need to select, you need to put the check over here only, and you can see these all reports are there. So one of the users are not enrolled, that's why it is just showing not enrolled, value is 1. So here is the timeline when users were not enrolled on two-step verifications. Now we will see about the Gmail. In the Gmail, you can see how many emails which are sent or received within your organizations. On the Google Admin Consoles, you can just monitor it and you can download the reports as well from here. So if you want to segregate by email received only, so you need to uncheck again and you can download the report. So only emails which are sent will be downloaded over here. Now uh, we can see on the 15th of April there are the two email which are sent, which are received on infoalias.com domain. So here value is showing 2. Now we will go on the currents, and in the currents there are the two tabs, aggregate and reports. So in the aggregate reports, here you can see how many users are active and how many users are live with the time frame. I mean 1 day active users, 7 day active users, 30 days active users. So these all reports can be downloaded inside the aggregate reports, and here you can download it again. Now this is the communities reports, because we don't have any communities, so we will see there is no any community informations will come inside the reports. Now we'll go again on the reports tab, and on the reports tab we will see for further other options how these all options are configured, and can see there are some error which is coming from the Google side. So we'll go from the menu tab and we'll see in the reports, and in the reports we'll click on the reports tab. Now this is the app scripts classroom drive. So in the drive, you can see here reportings can be downloaded via how many Google Drive folders or link has been shared externally or with anyone and publicly, even publicly. So you can download these all reports related the drives sharing with other users, that either that is internally, externally or publicly. So here you can download the reports over here. And now we'll move on the Google Meet. Google Meet is used basically for meeting purpose. How many users are active on the Google Meet? So these reports can be downloaded inside the Google Meet tabs, and that is also based on the time frame. I mean, 1 day, 7 day, or 30 days active users. Now Google Chat. Google Chat is also a part of Google Mail. Here you can just again download the reports regarding the Google Chat, the rooms which are created by your employees inside the Google admin or inside your Google email. So these reports can be downloaded from the Google Chat tab. Next tab is user reports. User reports is also categorized into three part, that is accounts, apps, users and security. So we'll see inside the accounts tab under user reports. Here you can just download the reports regarding your accounts which are active or non-active in your organizations. Either that is enforced with two-step verifications, and even if any users who is the administrator on your Google admin consoles. So these all reports can be downloaded over here. Here you can download the reports by the organizational unit as well. And second is the group filter. You can filter the groups, and even you can download it via date. Suppose if you want to download the reports for last 7 days or for a specific time frame, so you can just download it over here. And next is the apps uses. Any one of the user accounts which are on your organizations, I mean on your Google admin console. So if user is using 20 GB of user has already used 20 GB of email or Google Drive storage or photo storage or total storage, so you can just download the reports regarding these all options, including the storage used, I mean 70% or 60% kind of things. Next is the security. In the security tab here, you can again see the enrollment of your account inside the two-step verifications or the password length, compliance or password strength. If any user who is using very a small password or very simple password, so you can just monitor the compliance length, I mean the password length of your user accounts. You cannot see the correct password, exact password of the users, but you can see the password strength. Suppose someone has just used only password or password at 123. So this is very a common password. So the password strength will be very weak. So you need to just ask the user about your password strength changes. So this reporting provides proper informations about your organizations, about the users who has used the small or weak passwords. So these compliance reports can be downloaded inside the security tabs of user reports. Next is the devices. Devices is related with your mobile, including like Android or Google Sync or iOS. So these informations can be downloaded from the mobile inside the devices. Next is the audit log. Audit log. In the audit log, even you can just audit the logs regarding the administrator. Suppose there are the 5 administrators inside your organizations, and if any one of the administrator who has just search the email of any specific accounts. So this all informations can be audited through the audit log of admin. So in the admin audit log here, you can see if a user who has just changed the licenses of any accounts. So this informations can be also extracted through the audit log of admin account, or I mean audit admin part of audit log. Next is the calendar. In the calendar, here you can see the calendar related logs. Amit subscribed to event reminder via pop-up kind of things. So these all subscriptions which are added by administrator that can be also monitored inside the calendar. Similarly, you can just audit the logs regarding login, and if Amit has just logged on any public specific IP addresses, so you can just verify it. And next is the token groups and SAML. This is something like SML authentications, where if any account has been used to authenticate inside the SAML. So these informations can be audited through the SAML part of audit log. Next is the Google Chat, and in the Google Chat, here you can see the event descriptions only. You cannot see the chat or photos or emails of other accounts on your Google admin panel. So this is only used for the auditing purpose. Next is the currents. And the currents, here you can see the event descriptions, post visibility, attachment type, like context, post resources, common resources. These all are the self explainable. And next is the voice and Google Meet, and similarly email log search. Email log search is really a critical part of reporting. Here you can just search the email. If someone has just reported that I haven't received the email, so here you can just specify the sender or recipient and you can search the email. Suppose I just want to search an email from amit.gupta@infoalias.com. If Amit has just reported that I have sent the email but email has not received on the recipient side, so you can just search the email via time frame, via specifying the time frame when you have sent. You will just ask the users when you have sent the email, either that is a specific range or last 7 days or last 20 days. So you can just specify the range over here. So I'm just going to specify the range, and that is 25th of March, and today date is I'm just going to specify today date is 23rd of April. Now I'm going to specify the recipient, I mean sender. So this is amit.gupta at infoalias.com. This is the email sender account. If you are aware about the recipient, so you can specify the recipients as well. So it will be easier to find out the email, because it may be this user has sent a lot of email to others. So these all logs will be visible over here. So if you have recipient name, subject name, so it will be easier to verifying or to add to extracting the logs over here. I'm going to click on the search. And once I clicked on the search, so it is just searching the email of which is sent from the amit.gupta@infoalias.com. So sometimes it takes extra time to finding out the email. Now I can see this is the test email, and this email has been sent to the stackabc@gmail.com. So this email has been sent to stackabc@gmail.com, and there is only one recipient. It means when user were user was sending the email to stackabc@gmail.com, so he has not added any other accounts. So we can see just only one recipient is there, and also status showing that delivered, and the direction is sent. It means this user has sent the email to stackabc@gmail.com, and this email has been delivered, and the size of the email was 874 byte, and this is the message ID. Even you can search the email via message ID as well. Just I am going to check it, copy. I am going to click on the copy, and again I will search the email. I am going back, and I am just entering the message ID inside the message ID box. Now you can see this is the test. Even if you are not aware about the sender, only you are aware about the message ID, so you can just click on the search tab and see this email has downloaded, and email log search is visible, and email has been received at the stackabc.com and delivered to a Google internal servers. It means this user is also hosted on the Gmail. That's why it is saying that delivered to a Google internal server. If this user were, suppose if this user was, this user is using their domain like Hotmail or Outlook.com, so it will say that delivered to a foreign server. I mean Outlook or some other exchange server. So this is the way which you can follow to download the to extract the email which is sent. Suppose this user has sent an email and this has not been delivered. Suppose stack abcc@gmail.com, and if this account is not exist, so it will be bounced back to the end user. So here you can also search the email which is not been which has not been delivered to the end user. This reporting can be used to check the email which has not been sent or bounced back to the sender. So this also can be extracted via going to reports, and in the reports tab again you need to go on the email log search, and you need to type the similarly, I mean sender, or when you have sent the email you will search, then you will see the message which has not been delivered or bounced back message will be there. So this is the part of the reportings, and inside the reportings there is one more tab, that is Google Workspace apps monthly uptime. Here you can see the monthly uptime of your all Google Workspaces over here. This is 99.995, 99.993%, and this is the uptime of your Google services. And if this uptime is not proper, I mean if it is going any outage, so you will see a mark that is red and partial for orange and yellow for minor degradation. So this is the method which you can follow to check the availability of your Google Workspace apps inside the reports. And thank you for watching this video. In the next video we will see some other topic of Google Admin Console.